This is the second problem from Objective 4. Which is the solution to this pair of linear equations? And I have two equations here. They are linear. We know that because there are no exponents. There are several ways to do this. We're going to look at several of them. And it's going to take a few minutes to look at all of them, so I will be breaking this video up into several parts. First, what we'll do is we'll graph each line and find the intersection. After we've done that, we'll use algebra either by substitution or solving simultaneously to find the solution. And we will use the matrices on the calculator. And finally, we'll work backwards. So first we'll graph the lines. Now be very careful because the TAKS people are very tricky. When I look at these, notice that this one has the y term first and the x term second, while this one has the x term first and the y term second. So I'm going to rewrite these so that my terms line up. So we have negative 2x plus 5y equals 6, and 3x minus 2y equals 13. Now we're going to do this by graphing, and if I want to use the graphing calculator, I need to get y by itself. So looking at the first one, negative 2x plus 5y equals 6. I need to move the negative 2x to the other side. When it moves from one side to the other, we know the sign changes. So it becomes positive 2x. I've got my plus 6 here, and I have my positive 5y. Now I divide everything by 5 to get y alone. And I can put this in my calculator, and we'll do that in just a second. Let's do the other one first. Okay, the second equation, 3x minus 2y is 13. So I move the 3x to the other side. It changes to negative. Don't forget that negative on this y term. And now I'm going to divide by negative 2. And I have my y alone. These two negatives will cancel, so I'm just going to change them. And this will be a minus 13 halves. Okay, let me bring in the calculator. Okay, so we'll enter my equations. Y equals 2/5 x, 2/5 x plus 6/5, and 3/2 x minus 13/2. And now let's graph those. And they intersect right here. Now we can do a trace and kind of get an idea of what that point is. It's not real accurate, but we can at least get a good idea. So it looks like it's about x at 7 and y at 4. There's another way that's better. We can do a calculate. See calculate right here above the trace button. So do second calculate. And I want to calculate the intersection. So that's number 5. And it's going to ask for the curves. If you only have 2 lines on there, just hit enter each time. It's going to ask for a guess, and you can arrow over close to the guess just to help the calculator out. And now it's working, and here it is, 7, 4. Another way to find the intersection is look at the table. So I look at the table, and I'm looking for a place where my y's are the same. Now I already know it's going to be down here. Notice, when x is 7, both y's are 4. So that is the intersection, 7, 4. Let's make sure that it does exist as an answer. And yes, it does. Here it is, C. So that is how we can come to the answer by graphing. Next, we will look at solving algebraically.